how many people actually believe that you are what you think and you are what you consume? So let me dive deeper into what I mean, right? So when I mean you are what you consume, how many people have read the book Think and Grow Rich? There's Think and Grow Rich, but there are other books just along those lines, right? So this book taught me quite a lot. Yeah, it's a great read, and if you are willing to read it, then I suggest that you go and read that book, Think and Grow Rich. Right. So generally, the idea that I got from the book is what I understood, just in summary. Right. So one thing that I learned is you are what you think. Right. So let's check for this, for example, this question, for example, how many cars have you seen today? How many red cars, to be precise, have you seen today? I think most of us aren't going to remember how many cars we saw, how many red cars we saw. But if I say for each red car that you see, I'm going to give you $5. And if you go out right now, I bet you're going to see quite a lot of cars, and you're going to remember exactly how many red cars you saw. Right. So this is actually so like the same concept that we are discussing today. Right. So think and grow rich. What you are thinking about. Right. So there's this idea that let's move away from the think and grow rich, right? So there's this idea of luck, right? So there's no luck. Oh yeah, there is luck, but what luck actually is, it is when luck is actually when we mix expectations, right? And it happens all of a sudden, right? When you didn't expect, but you can be lucky. Let's say, yeah, you can be lucky to win a lotto if you didn't even play the lotto, right? So you have to be in the right mindset, in the right position for you to get lucky, right? So you have to place yourself in the specific time, doing the right thing at the correct time in order for you to be lucky. You can't expect yourself to get a job when you're not even looking for a job, right? So how can you be lucky if you're not in the right position in the correct time? You have to make sure that you're in the correct position at the correct time in the correct place, right? So the idea that think and grow rich is saying that if you're thinking of making money, obviously you're going to find lots of ideas on how to make money, right? So whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're focusing on, whatever your mind is focusing on, is what your brain will actually come across, right? So if you're thinking of starting a business, of course you're going to come across whenever you are moving, you're going to spot problems. In order for you to start a business, of course you have to solve a specific problem. So let's say maybe you go to you don't have an idea of which business to start. Each and every environment that you walk into, you are just spotting business ideas, right? So let's say you want to go to town, right? You don't have a car. That specific time that you know that you don't have a car, you just have to focus on it. You just have to think that, of course, there's someone who has been in that certain position, that you are in, right? How can I get to work faster? How can I get to work without a hassle, without doing this and that, right? So that's when people come up with ideas and develop apps such as Uber, InDrive, all that stuff, right? So whenever you're maybe you are in a restaurant or a coffee shop, right? You have to spot the problems of that business in order for you to develop your own business, right? So if you're in a cafe, maybe, right, you see that their services, they are very slow. Their equipment or their utensils are not up to standard, right? So spot all the problems and spot where you can get the money, right? So if you're thinking of something, eventually you're going to spot that thing, right? So whatever you're thinking about is what you are going to see, right? So what you consume also is what you are, right? So if you're a trader, right? Of course you're a trader. Most of the times you're a trader because you are watching this video, right? So you are what you consume, right? So if you're a trader, you obviously are focusing on on trading and making money, right? That's why you come across YouTube videos or wherever, or videos talking about the specific thing that you are looking for, right? And when you're looking for that specific thing, obviously you're going to come across something that you make that is going to be of help to you, right? And that is going to make you rich. So you are what you think. You are what you think. You have to focus on things that are productive in your life, right? So it's always better in life to focus on the things that will make you develop, that will make you progress in your life, rather than focusing on the bad things, right? Rather than thinking of yourself as a negative person, as a loss, as a useless person, you better think of yourself. I want you to start looking at yourself as a profitable trader, just have the best mindset, right? And you find ways in which to become profitable, to become a better person, right? And in life, always think positively about yourself. Always think positive and always think about what you want to do in your life so that you become what you'll be able to come across those ideas. You can notice something that you're not thinking of already. Right. So what you believe is what you become.